In this room is someone who rivals Mark Cuban at only a third of his age. Let's go meet him. I'm going to give you your microphone,
Yes. Oh, it's
and
nice.
all you have to do, so there's a magnet on the back.
Oh, so I can put it.
So, yeah, you just take off that part.
Is that good right there?
Yep, that works.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, hi. My name is Johan Nathan, born and raised in California, Bay Area. So I've been around tech my whole life. Started programming young, middle school, high school. I took 2 college-level computer science courses, and they were just too easy. So I started messing around the classes. Started finding some like earlier companies to work at in high school. Found some like pre-seed, pre-revenue companies that were just offering equity, no pay, but it got me tons of good experience. Joined Cisco Systems. I was putting 100% of my Cisco income into hiring teams to build tons of projects. I was living with my parents. Every dollar I made was just going into building tons of products. Lost a lot of money. Spent like 6 months where all of my income just went to nothing, like 70K just down the drain. But I wouldn't consider it down the drain. Learned a lot, built tons of products. After a year, I left Cisco and then ended up starting my startup studio, Jars Global. What we do is just build products very fast, low cost. Within our first year, 12 months, we had a product that did really well, focused on that for a bit, ended up selling it in March, and now we're moving on to the next set of ventures. So that's sort of where we're at right now.
Sam Altman or Elon Musk?
Ooh, have to go Elon Musk. I consider myself a serial entrepreneur because I've launched tons of companies, and Elon's just done it multiple times. Like if there's one thing, I say this quite a few times, is don't bet against Elon. So that's why one of my last platforms was built on Twitter, because I see like long-term value in Twitter. Elon's going to do some crazy stuff with it.
I entered you outside as the next Mark Cuban at only a third of his age. Do you think that's true?
I think that's a good goal, but I feel like I'm not the next anything. I think I'm hopefully the first Johan, like build my name for myself. My role model is going to be a very scripted answer. I think Matthew McConaughey said it, me in 10 years. So like, I think a big thing I do is like think about what I want, get clear on my long-term vision. Me in 10 years is hopefully going to be someone that I'm proud of. So just think, what would me in 10 years do? And then do that now.
So I did a little research and found out that you were actually Cisco's youngest engineer ever. Tell me a little bit more about how you even got that in the first place.
Yeah, so throughout high school and like right after high school, I was working at a lot of early stage startups. Again, companies that would give me equity for no pay or very little pay. Another thing that helped me was crypto, honestly. So I had an anonymous crypto profile with the ape, which was a very big NFT. And people didn't know I was like this young kid. They just thought, okay, this guy has like a 50K profile picture. He's probably a good developer. That got my foot in the door for a lot of opportunities, gave me the experience so that when I applied for Cisco, they're like, okay, this guy has worked at a lot of companies. He has the real world experience. And then when I did the interviews, passed all the algorithm questions, and they knew that I wouldn't need a lot of the onboarding that maybe some other college kids would need. I think that's one thing that really helped, all the real world experience, showing that I've been through like the 0 to 1 of working with a team.
You have a company portfolio that you're growing at a very young age. How is that going right now?
I think it's going well. I mean, it has its ups and downs, but I've learned a lot to sort of remove myself from as many things as possible. I'll look at it at a very high level and say, what are the things that can drive growth and who are the people that can drive growth? So like, who can I bring in to make sure it's growing when I'm not there? Because I live a very scattered lifestyle. I'm always in different places, focusing on new projects. So I want to make sure any project that I start has the right people so that it's growing 24/7.
Does that have anything to do with your monthly startup challenge?
Yes, yeah. So once I had that monthly startup challenge, like, I mean, obviously you get better as you go. And like when I first started out, it was just like build a project, and I was 100% on building, no marketing. So that's one mistake I made. Another one was thinking that I can build a project with my core team. And that was another mistake that sort of ties into the no marketing. Focus more on marketing as opposed to building. So build something, but then make sure you're talking to users, get it in front of them, build teams in place to actually work on the projects.
You talk a lot about shiny object syndrome. Is that a superpower or a weakness?
I think it depends on how you use it. Definitely a strong double-edged sword. It's gone both ways, but I think I've gotten better where sometimes like, hey, this is truly just a shiny object. Like everything looks good from the outside. You're gonna look at it very optimistically. At least I always look at everything optimistically. I'm like, okay, if I get into this, I'm gonna make money within the first 30 days. But there's a lot of work that goes into that. So still a double-edged sword. Sometimes I start new things and doesn't go the best, but it's all part of the learning process. Final message: try as many things as you can, and then chase opportunity. Because one thing that my uncle says a lot is like, you're not going to stumble across a crazy opportunity or make a life-changing connection if you're just sitting in your room. So it's good to build, lock in your room, build, but go out every once in a while. Make sure you're like chasing opportunity, right? Do stuff like this. Go up to new people and just introduce yourself, because you never know, they might be a life-changing connection. So yeah, just try tons of stuff and chase opportunity.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time today.
Thank you for this opportunity. Let's go.
Okay, and then if you can take off your microphone.
Oh, yes.